Good morning. My name is Julia Diamond, and I'm the director of Grand Park. And on behalf of the Grand Park team, the Music Center, and the County of Los Angeles, we want to welcome you back to our LA Voices. Today is day 2 of our Spring Pop-Up Arts and Culture Festival, now in its 3rd year and for the first time online. We had such an amazing day together with all of the artists who shared stories and work, ideas and thoughts, perspective on this moment in time, thoughts about Los Angeles, their background, the things that they hope and dream for our beautiful community. It was an amazing day. And I'm so excited for everyone to enjoy today. There's going to be drawing and cooking and music, the perfect background for a warm, very warm LA Sunday afternoon. And I want to just say, for those who are perhaps far away or even here in Los Angeles and not familiar with Grand Park as a space, Grand Park is a 12-acre beautiful green space in downtown Los Angeles. It's been a part of the Civic Center of Los Angeles since the 1960s, but it was renovated in 2010 and reopened in 2012 as Grand Park. And it is LA's central gathering place. Our slogan is "The Park for Everyone." And we embody that by creating programming and an environment that reflect and honor and celebrate Los Angeles. And we do it year-round by welcoming people into the space and bringing them together to feel connected, to feel joyous. And right now, obviously, we can't do it in the same way that we have over the last 8 years. But we're bringing it to you online in this new format. And I want to say a huge thank you to the Grand Park team for converting a live arts festival to an online platform, to all of the artists who reimagined and shifted their thinking about their work and how they could connect with audiences and put this together in a very short period of time. And really, at its heart, I think we're preserving so much of what our LA Voices is about. It's about connecting us with our LA. It's about a platform for people to speak about their history and their stories and express it through whatever kind of cultural expression they connect to, and a chance to just have some fun. So we think today's going to be a wonderful day. I know today's going to be a wonderful day. I want to thank you all again for joining us, whether you're here in Los Angeles or far, far away. So much of yesterday was about these third spaces, about where we are, as Marty Preciado, our program manager, put it, where is our home away from home? And that's so important. And right now, for many of us, we don't have a home away from home, but we hope that today, for a little while here together on these platforms with our LA Voices, you can escape to a home away from home, or dream about your own, or share in that of others. And then when the time comes, we can all be together again in Grand Park in another home away from home, a beautiful home away from home for all Angelinos together to come together and enjoy. So thank you for being here with us today. Enjoy. And again, a huge thank you to the Grand Park staff, to the Music Center team, to the LA County Board of Supervisors, and to all the spectacular artists who are making today possible. Thank you and have fun. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Julia. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome back to Grand Park's RLA Voices. I am very excited to have you today. My name is Marty Preciado, and I am the program manager at Grand Park. Today is our second and last day. We've made it so far. We've made it together. So we're very excited. Yesterday was a great day. We had over 10 hours of programming. And today we start right now and we end at 6 p.m. We have workshops, dance, music, we have literature, we have film, and also we have a cooking class for you. So it's a day for you and yours. A reminder that we are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as our grandparkla.org. All activities are 1 hour, and they're divided by a 15-minute gap that gives you a chance to go grab a snack and get ready for the next activity. Also, a reminder for everyone, we are accepting questions for Amber Navarro, Balloon, and Salvisol. So make sure to log on Twitter, send your questions, hashtag Grand Park RLA Voices, and tag us at grandpark_LA, and we can push your questions through. Also, a quick reminder for you that we start in about at 9:15 with Girl Museum Day. So it is a coloring activity for you and your family. If you haven't downloaded the sheets yet, please go on grandparkla.org. Or if you don't want to download the sheets, that's fine. Just grab a piece of paper and some pencils and get ready for that. So again, welcome to Grand Park, even if it's through a virtual manner. And even though we are apart, we are together and connected. Through the words of Luis J. Rodriguez, he said something that really resonates with us. To truly love Los Angeles, you have to see it through different eyes. And that's what Grand Park's RLA Voices is about. To see our artistic community, to see Los Angeles through the eyes of our artistic community. So thank you and welcome. Your hosts for today will be Jose Richard and Giselle Tonji, and we will kick off the day with them and then with Giselle Tonji. Thank you so much for joining us.
Muy buenos dias. Good morning. My name is Jose Richard Aviles, and I will be your host for this morning. First, let me just start off by saying that this is already so amazing. I'm so happy to be a part of this. As someone who was born and raised in South Central and is sipping some cafecito from South Central, it is an honor for me to be in your households and wherever you are on the other side. Before anything, let's really just get a little bit grounded and started. I invite y'all to take a deep breath in with me. Let's inhale together and exhale. We would like to begin by respectfully recognizing and acknowledging the first people of this ancestral and unceded territory. With respect to the elders past and present, we recognize the Gabrieleño Tongvas, Fernandeño Tatapian, and Ventureño Chushmash, who are still here and are committing to lifting up their stories and their cultures. We pay respects and take a moment to reflect. Mm. We're all in that moment of reflection right now. And that, with that being said, buenos dias again, salucita. I was talking to a friend earlier. We were, every time you go somewhere and you have this conversation and you're just kind of like, oh, this place makes me feel like I'm at home. Well, now we're at home. So I'm hoping that we can bring in that conversation and the ambiance into your homes. Bueno, again, my name is Jose Richard Aviles, and it is an honor for me to be here. Just a reminder that Grand Park is your park, that the park is for everyone. And this weekend, we are the park for everywhere. Shout out to a couple of friends who would let me know this morning that they're watching and participating. My friends I have in Norway and in Costa Rica. We are everywhere today, and we will be streaming the festival for you to enjoy in the comfort of wherever your space is. Remember, we're on live. We're on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Join us. Call your vecina. Call your tia, your partners, and be like, yo, get on. Drink some coffee with us. And again, because we are trying very hard to create safer spaces, even in the interface, it can be done. Any bullying, discrimination, or hateful acts or unsafe behaviors are not allowed in our park or this visual space and virtual space. So we're gonna, make that happen. Again, and some acknowledgments and just giving thanks to the following people: the LA County Board of Supervisors, specifically Supervisor Hilda Solis, El Jardín del Arte from the Office of Supervisor Solis, the Music Center, Grand Park, all the artists, and all of you are virtual attendees. Like, y'all are showing up and showing out on a Sunday. Saturday, I heard it was good. I got to get into some of the activities, and I had so much fun. So with that being said, vamos a empezar, right? So again, thank you for the vision of Supervisor Solis for supporting the visual arts in Grand Park and bringing Jardín del Arte to Grand Park. Let me see, pues ya vamos a empezar. Ya, a ver, ¿cómo están? Primero que nada, a little bit about me, so just so you know, I'm born and raised in South Central. Urban planner, choreographer, poet, dancer, and just straight up bringer of joy. So you know what? Let's get started right away with our first artist. This morning we have Diane Linguist, founder of GURL Museum Day, the global destination for women art lovers and artists. While there is still great gender disparity in the arts, GURL Museum Day is doing their part to change it. GURL Museums, they propel women artists and engage with women who are interested in art through tours, their magazine, community, and an artist directory. Okay, están listos? I'm excited. I'm gonna tell you, be there. Okay, so whenever, Girl Day Museum coming up, it's good. We're gonna have a great time. Again, drink your little cafecitos, right? Tomen sus croquetas, your biscuits, vayan al baño, go to the bathroom, and make sure you're drinking a lot of water today because it's been getting warmer here in LA, so we have to stay hydrated. So Girl Day Museum is coming up. Salucita.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I would like to welcome you to Draw and Color your Grand Park with GURL Museum Day. My name is Diane Linguist. I'm the founder of GURL Museum Day and your instructor today. For those who don't know about us, GURL Museum Day is a global destination for women art lovers and artists. While there's still great gender disparity in the arts, we are doing our part to change that. We propel women artists and engage with women through tours, talks, magazines, community, and workshops like this one. So we're streaming across platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You could hop onto whichever one you want to use for this workshop and challenge. Are you ready? All right, let's kick this off. First thing we need to do is that you need to go and download the kit, which comes with these pre-made color sheets and instructions like this for you to start with so we can begin. You will also need some other things like some crayons or color pencils, whichever one you want. Pencil, a marker, eraser, and ruler. Okay, once you open the kit that we have, you'll see that it comes with 2 folders. One folder is going to be the photo pack, which is going to look something like this. This is one of the photos actually. And then I'll have these color sheets. Let me explain the color sheets first. We're trying to make it easy for you to take on this challenge. We want to see how you color the fountain as is lit up with this coloring sheet, the fountain coloring sheet. And in the other coloring sheet, we want you to also just color if you can. But if those who want an extra challenge, maybe you draw yourself in the iconic Grand Park's pink bench. That would be something really great to see what you come up with. I think it'll be really cool to see different people's perspectives of themselves in Grand Park. Let's begin by coloring these sheets. Okay, we'll start with this one. Again, you can use crayons if you want to, or not. It's up to you, or color pencils. I like to use color pencils. Okay, so I am pretty obsessed with the color purple right now. So I'm just picking up more additional color pencils from my set here and pulling out some other ones I was using before. Okay, I think I'm ready to go in. Not that one. Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna make my fountain purple. So I think it will look really cool purple. So I'm gonna start by doing it purple. I'm gonna use 2 tones. Okay, hold on. That broke. So I need to sharpen now. Okay. So I like to use 2 tones on this so it could look like it is still water, but it's just slightly lit up in blue. I mean, that looks good. And then I'm gonna start filling up the bottom with some blue. If you have any questions or comments, please just drop them below in the comments. My team, the museum team, is actually on there answering your questions since I can't see them while I'm doing this. Yeah. Okay, so let's get our purple up again. See how I'm blending the two colors so it could look like it is still water, but it is lit up purple. I mean, I don't know how many colors have the fountain lit up, but I've seen pink, I've seen blue, I think it's been orange at some point too, so I'm not sure how many colors they have. Definitely been lit up purple before, I believe. And I like it that way. I like purple. Okay, keep coloring. My printer was acting pretty funny. Decided that it didn't want to print, so I have these little skid marks on my sheet. It's okay, you still can see it, so I think it's fine. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So you see how I'm blending those two things and it's making this look like it's actually water, but it's lit up. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to achieve. So blending the two colors can provide that if that's what you're looking for, but I'm so interested in seeing what you guys do, what everyone does. All right. Keep filling this up. This is a darker purple than this one, so I'm using two tones of them. I want it to be darker since it's coming up. I think it would look cool if it has this like dropping down water. Different colors, that it still looks like water. It's the lighter one. And I'm obviously going a little bit faster than I would. I'm not really checking my lines. I just want to make sure that I do this with you while you're doing it at home too, to take the time to see what we come up with together. The second half I'm going to switch over to do something other, to show you how to actually how to draw this on your own if you don't have a printer. So don't you worry, I'm going to jump on that after I'm done here. For now, you can just enjoy me doing this. I'm just adding more texture on this, more blue, so it looks like it's water. Okay, looks good. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up here. I love these little splashes. They came out really good. It was fun to create these little splashes. They look sort of like pop art, which I love. Okay. I'm just gonna fill them up with a little bit more here. Okay, get the blue again. Sharpen them a little bit more because I need more. Okay, maybe leave some comments below. What kind of colors are you doing your fountain? So the team can know what you're doing. That will be fun to see. Who's doing blue? Who's doing a combination of two colors? Who's doing a different color that we haven't seen Grand Park lit up in? Okay, I'm finishing up with the blue here. And then once I get this little spot there, then the fountain will be completed. The water will be completed. The fountain does stretch up over here too, if you want to color that blue, but I'm gonna say no blue on that. I'm gonna make it actual pink because this is Grand Park after all, and it is pink. So I'm gonna make that pink. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna make the fountain actual gray. I'm using like a silver because that's what my color pencil set has. But I don't know if it's actual. I think the bottom for sure is gray. I don't know if the entire fountain is gray. I know the bottom base it is, so that's why I'm drawing it gray. I'm starting to forget how Grand Park looks like. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's more than gray. I think the top has tiles in it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so what are you doing? I want you drop in the comments, what are you doing as in the background? I mean, when it's lit up, it's usually dark or it's like on, like towards sunset. So I want to know, what are you planning to do with the background? I am thinking of doing a sunset theme, maybe. I was thinking about that, how, or maybe it should be full on nighttime with some stars. Maybe we can put the moon back there. There's so much possibility you can do that. So that's part there. I'm definitely gonna do the trees green. I know, it's so basic, but I like trees that are green. Plus this green is really bright and I really like that. I like this green, that's really bright. I have some other green that's darker, so I'm planning to do that darker green in the background so it could look like I have some dimension with my sheet here and everything. This is also a tree here. Okay. That's a tree down here too. If you want to fill that in, it goes between the palm tree. I'm doing a very bad coloring job. But I want to do it together with you at home. Okay, I'm gonna fill this green. I think I need to sharpen a little bit more of these pencils. Okay. Continue filling up this tree. I love this green. It doesn't feel like it's green at all. It feels like it's I don't know, like more neon, I would say. Okay, what kind of colors are you using for your trees? Are you using green or are you painting a different completely color? You drop in the comments what kind of colors you're using for your trees. It'd be fun to know. Alright, so this palm tree, I'm actually going to make it even a darker green. That's dark green there. So now we have our dimensions of different trees and greenery around LA, like how it actually is in Grant Park, with all these different colors and greens, and looks beautiful. So that's how I'm doing that. All right, I need to find like a beige color to kind of do it out here. Kind of look like it's more like sand, or I mean, it's usually, I think it's gray because it's actually concrete, but I want to add a little dimension, so I'm gonna make it a different color to look have more dimension, you know? We need dimension. Okay, I think after that, that's the base. I'm gonna do gray down here too. I think it's stone color, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back to my reference pictures, and it is kind of like it's a burgundy, but I'm gonna go ahead and do gray. It's probably more better visual presentation. This part's actually water too, so you can go ahead and do more water. I think I'm just gonna do purple because that's how I want this whole thing to be lit up in. So I'm gonna do purple. I'm doing multiple tones of purple. I'm also gonna throw in some blue inside there, so know that it's still water. Okay, go back to the purple. Okay. Have everyone decided what they're gonna do with the sky? What kind of scenery are you putting back there? I haven't decided yet. Home stretch on the water. All right, let's finish this part of the concrete. All right, we're almost there. I'm just gonna finish up there now. Okay, so what should we do? Definitely think we should go with something darker for the scenery. So I'm pulling out some more darker blues. I'm pulling out my white color pencil. And I believe I have, there it is. Okay, I'll put all of this stuff, take all the greens, put them away. The ones I'm not probably going to use anymore because I'm on the home stretch. Okay, so first I gotta do the building. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it gold. Doing City Hall gold. I think it's fitting. What color are you doing for City Hall? Are you doing gold like mine, or are you doing blue? Since blue's associated with LA so much. Are you doing some other color? Can you drop it in the comments so you can see what kind of colors you're doing for City Hall? Okay. So there is my gold City Hall. All right, since that's gold, just want to take a look at it. Looks good. Since that's gold, then I think I want to make it probably a darker color for the building over here. I think it's, forget what buildings, I think it's the court building. I'm not quite sure. I keep forgetting. I'm pretty sure it's the court building though. Okay. You probably know more than I do, so you can drop in the comments what kind of building this is, if everybody knows what building it actually is. Pop quiz. What building is next to City Hall? So my pencil just broke. I'm gonna go ahead and use it because I don't have much left over, so I'm just gonna take that little thing. Who actually has done this? I have, because I want to make sure I use the whole pencil, but it does make it harder, but it will do. Okay, so I think I'm gonna switch my idea and make it a starry night. First I'm gonna go in and kind of do little circles like this. So those are my stars, and then I'm gonna go in and paint, color in the rest. I'm gonna use blue too at the same time. I'm using blue and black to create this scenery in back. What you guys are doing? I would love to see someone do sunset. So the trick is to not fill in those circles, because those are going to be your stars. If you do have white, you can go in them and draw them white. This is also going to help kind of blend in some of the color. Alright, we're almost at the home stretch here. Can we feel it? Are you guys almost done? Let us know in the comments, are you almost done? After this, we're going to jump into live drawing. So you can, if those who don't have a printer, can actually draw this and do their submission that way. And I'll show you how to do that. How to create kind of a line drawing to you to color in. you have it. How I would like to see Grant Park. All right, stay tuned because we're gonna start going into the live session next. Ready? Okay. If you don't have access to printer, don't worry, because we're gonna take those photos that's in that kit and live draw it now, so you can color and submit your submission, or you can go ahead and show us a full-on drawing of Grant Park. Either one, that's all up to you. So no expectations. It's whatever you're feeling comfortable with. I'm not an expert drawer. So I'm just going to show you how to do the line draw first. And then if you want to continue beyond that part, that's totally up to you. And it'll be great to see what kind of submissions we get. It'll be really interesting. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm going to take one of the pictures that's in these folders. I'm taking the one that we use for these color sheets as a reference color sheets. It's actually bigger than it actually is. It's actually wider, but we just want to use, I want to just use a different frame from it. So I kind of cropped it and created this kind of frame of it. And that's what we use for the color sheet. We took this as a reference and kind of made a more simplified version of it. I'm going to show you how I did that now, and you can follow along. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right there. First you want to get your paper out, right? Then you want to kind of I just need like a frame. I just like knowing a frame of what I'm going to use. So I just put some dots in the corner of my frame of what I'm using as a paper. And you don't have to do this, it's just the way I do it. You can also like just eyeball it. I just like doing this because it really helps me kind of position things, and it could also help you to position things. So you draw just a nice square, and then use a ruler for that. Then I kind of want to take, so this is Grant Park, and oopsies. Okay, so I want to make sure I make a line through the fountain, like kind of knowing that that's a line there, and then I want to make sure that I do a line where the city's hall's at. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm gonna say that this is where the fountain should end, and then this is kind of where city hall is at. So that's all kind of what I need that for. Probably won't need the rule anymore, so you could really just eyeball those lines if you want to. Okay, so we're gonna go into technical views. So let's see, I think it was something like this to crop, right? That looks pretty much how it is. Okay, so first thing I want to do is basically just take the main elements and give them lines, and that's really what your starting point is. So I'm going to start with the building up here. So I'm going to do this building first, and then I'm going to do City Hall second. So and this is kind of more like sketching really, and just kind of sketching the lines of where things is at, so I know exactly how I want to do it. And I'm gonna just eyeball it and draw the line here. That's gonna be the midpoint of my main element. So just gonna sketch away City Hall, give it its layers. And you know, you don't have to be perfect, but if you want to, there's also use a ruler if you want to use a ruler to make it look like it's like City Hall. So I just don't want to make it perfect. I just want to make sure that I get the lines. It's like a big old cake if you can think about it. It kind of looks like layered cake, City Hall. And then I want to make sure I get the line that's down here. This line here to there. So it's really easy. We're going to eyeball it like it's from there. Then we just kind of circle it down. That's my line. Then I'm going to make another one. See how I'm just like lightly sketching that. And then I'm going to say that this is kind of where the fountain starts. I'm just going to eyeball that there. And then I'm going to start with the water. So I did it in these shapes because I felt it was kind of a good way to show how the water sprout up. And then it's also really good to just use that same kind of element to do those ones on the side. So you see now it looks like the water sprouting here too. So that's all kind of you need. Now I want to do this element here, which is the palm tree. That's very easy to do. You just kind of do this, do 2 lines, and then kind of abstracting it, making the palm tree very simplified and minimal. So I'm just gonna give them these little big leaves, so it could look like a palm tree when we do the last bit of outlining. So there you go. Just gonna do a little extra here, an extra leaf there, an extra leaf there, and then I'm done. I'm gonna clean it up with a little. I know it looks kind of doesn't look like it, but you know, it's gonna look at it towards the end. You're just gonna make sure you have the lines so you can go over with the marker and then retrace them and have your element. For the fountain, notice that I need to round off that portion, and then it kind of curves down here, and then it curves. See what I'm talking about? Curves here, so I want to make sure that I have that curve there, and then curves the rest. So we're gonna add those curves just like this, very fast, and that's the end of that. And then we're gonna come over here and end this right here. And then how I did the trees, very simplified. I made the trees kind of like bunches. So this is how I did it. Just kind of say, okay, this is where something's at right there. That's like that area. See this little pot there? And then I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna have the tree come up from there. I'm gonna abstract and take the branches and then poof the tree out. So that's how I did it. It's very easy to do trees. You just kind of have to give it little lines like that, and then you go. You have a tree, branching tree. Then I didn't want to fill up the rest of the space, so I just kind of went around and give it some more. Then I decided, okay, you know what? There's this little bench here. Why don't I make another tree, and then I could fill out that spot there towards City Hall. So just sketching that in, and then gave it some branches, and then I got the other tree there, and that's how that came up together. And then I'm gonna solidify to City Hall again, and I'm gonna put a tree See how I'm already adjusting this? It's supposed to be light sketch, now I'm really adjusting it. So now I'm going in and doing another one here. And then I think I added, there's like a bunch of other trees by that palm tree, so I just kind of added some more in the background here. And then how I did these, just kind of make a line that's right there around the fountain. I'm gonna give it more texture here. Give it some lines. Okay, and then just kind of finalizing this a little. Gonna give more definition. Little dots that's around the fountain. And then these are the hardest part, I think, is the pour downs of the water. So how I did them is I kind of just saw the shape and I kind of let that shape and made it really abstract. And then to kind of emphasize the little puddle coming down, I drew a line and then I kind of really did an abstract shake like that. And then there you go. There's the water dropping down. You can go ahead and do that for the rest of them. Get creative in how you do those things. I sometimes threw a little dot there, whatnot. Just kind of fill it out completely that way. And then you carry on. Then what you want to get is to the place where you kind of completely draw it, and then you go ahead and start filling up with the marker. So this is kind of like a prior test. And I started filling it up with stuff. So we're gonna come over here and just kind of quickly do this part too, so show you. So you'll go in with your marker and kind of trace out the lines a little more. Then you can erase that portion of it and then have something really nice to start drawing with, color penciling it. So that's how I would do it. I recommend that's how probably you can do it, or you can continue on and keep on drawing and show us the grand part that you love, or envision it. I mean, it's really up to you. Right? It's all about creativity and imagination. So you have the talent, you have the skill set now that you can do this on your own. So see, I'll just go back on there and then erase my pencil's marks, and then it looks like I have a nice line draw. Please feel free to drop any comments or questions you have. The Girl Museum Day team is actually answering on chat on all of the platforms, because I can see your questions while I'm doing this. So they'll answer your questions if you have any. Keep on tracing. Then you can do this. What you want to avoid is doing stuff like that, which I just did here. You see how I went far beyond it? It's okay, but you know, it looks cleaner when you do that instead, where you kind of stop yourself and make sure you're actually selecting the lines you want to showcase in your drawing. And this is a very quick drawing of it. It's very loose, so you'll see that really not taking it to perfection. It's not about perfection, it's about having fun and relaxing and having a good time. So that's how we're doing that. And then when you get down to these pores, just make sure you just follow the same thing and trace it out. like so. Then what I did something nice with the coloring sheets is that I made kind of like little waves so it actually looks like there's water, and I fill it up with blank because it's supposed to be a shadow. So you can go ahead and do that too. That little technique is really cool. It really emphasizes like that it's water down there before you start your coloring sheet. If you're just joining us, you're watching Grant Park's Our LA Voices 2020. More than 20 artists will be joining the festival. It's completely free for all ages. Grant Park Our LA Voices 2020 has poetry, film, art, and music, and workshops like this one we're doing here. Erase it completely. Then you have your line drawing that you can start coloring. All right, we're all out of time. I want to say thank you for joining us. Check out more of Girl Museum Day online at girlmuseumday.com, or follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at Girl Museum Day. Please share with us your drawings by tagging us at Girl Museum Day at Grant Park _LA and hashtag Grant Park Our LA Voices. We'll be reposting your drawings and color sheets on social media and giving you a shout out. Thank you for staying safe and watching from the comfort of your home. Thanks.
Muy buenos dias again. Thank you so much, Diane, for that. That was so great. It was so soothing to be able to just listen to the music. Also, your voice is perfect for this situation. Had a great little sketch. I hope you are also drawing with us this morning. Again, my name is Jose Richard Aviles, and I'm your host for this morning. And a couple of things as Dan mentioned. So all of our activities are going to be lasting for up to an hour. And that being said, right before that, there's going to be a 15-minute virtual set change. And in that moment, the streaming will go dark, which allows you for us to get ready for the next artist. And you can grab a snack or take a little break and drink some water again, because it has been hot and I'm dehydrated. My second little taza de cafecito. Mm. Salucita, buenos días. And as what Deanne mentioned, also join in the conversation. We want to know, where are y'all tuning in from? I'm going to look at the comments. As mentioned earlier, I had a friend from Costa Rica and then another friend from Norway watching. What an honor. So let us know in the comments, where are you tuning in from? And I'll make sure to give you a shout out. Also, throughout the day, please engage with all of our social media. You can tag our LA, also at Music Center LA, and use the hashtag Grant Park Our LA Voices. Also, one of the fun things that I really appreciate, we were talking a lot about like Grand Park and what does LA look like to you and what does it mean? As someone born and raised in South Central, for me, it's always been hot Cheetos, Arizona iced tea. I went to Fauché Learning Center and Exposition in Western. Luckily, I still live in South Central and I'm very proud of that. As a result, right? So I'm also a performing artist. Shout outs to Boyle Heights. Yo, I love me some Boyle Heights. Uy. ¿Ves? Aquí todo es en vivo y se me cayó el teléfono. Ya se me quebró. But Boyle Heights, I always, as an urban planner, I was in school for urban planning and I was in a program where mostly not a lot of people were from Los Angeles, right? And so during that time, I'm like, I'm from South Central. We're in South Central. And of course, in urban planning, the conversation is always around gentrification and what's happening. And I was like, okay, what you gonna say? Those are my primas. We take care of each other here in LA, and I think that's one of the beautiful things that I love about being from the city. That we're so different, right? Like you can have a room full of Angelinos, and somebody is like, "Oh, I'm from Boyle Heights. I'm from South Central. I'm from the West Side. I'm from San Pedro," and it's a whole different conversation. But we're all connected to the fact that we're from the city of angels. And so during that time, as a poet, I wrote this piece called callejera and it's free because how many of you have you heard this dicho that says candil de la calle oscuridad de tu casa? Basically, my mom would tell me that all the time, like, girl, you're out here lighting up the streets but ain't doing nothing in your home. And so that little dicho inspired this piece called callejera and all these stories about growing up in South Central throughout the day. Maybe I'll share a couple of them, little short ones. And now I'm working on a new piece called Semilla. So it's been really fun to be able to, during this time, be able to from what makes me who I am, and then share that in some poetry and some type of work. So again, thank you, Deanne Lindquist, for coming on here live with us with Girls Museum Day. Just another quick reminder that we will be going dark for the next 15 minutes as we do a virtual set change and prepare for the next artist. During that time, please grab some coffee, agarren a la abuelita, a la vecina, a quien sea, whomever's in your home. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you back at 10:30. Then, you know what? Maybe I'll bring a little conchita, have a little snack on the side también. All right. And again, let me know where y'all from. Shout it out in the comments. I'm going to give you a shout out. How are you this morning? Are we alive? Are we awake? Go and look at the little birds. I'm here sitting by my window because it's where I get all my sunlight and I love it so much. You're going to be hearing the pajaritos on the side. See you at 10. Besos y abrazos. Nos vemos pronto.